Good morning, this is Ashley's HAWKEYE Impreza that has come to us for a full build. It currently has nothing in it apart from the bright yellow roll cage, front and rear subframe, steering rack and some wheels in it. That's about it. We've been building it up all the way up to mapping and go back to Ashley and he'd be happy chappy again. But yeah, I thought I'd just clear up the way we were going to do this YouTube channel more for a bit of fun, teach some people things along the way if they didn't know it already, like the dreaded clutch fork pin within the gearboxes of these lovely things, where if you don't take it out you'll be fighting the gearbox off it for the rest of your life basically if you don't get it out because it's not coming off. Do some things, build some cars, and you might learn some things along the way, and if you don't then fair enough, whatever. But yeah, let's crack on.
So here we have Ashley's lovely freshly painted Impreza. As you can see, it is empty. And with the car, Ashley dropped off this lovely pile of parts. So I think my plan of attack is, whilst this ramp isn't actually bolted to the floor, because I've only just moved it, I think this morning I'm going to do some bits in the engine bay, try and clear up some of this stuff off the floor, get it up in the air and give it a health check underneath and make sure there's no rot that these Subarus love to rot out. So we'll give it a good check and go from there. So the first thing I was going to tackle was the radiator, but we are missing the mounting brackets for the top and the bottom, so we're not going to get very far with that. I'm going to fit this Wilwood compact brake servo and go from there. Next, I was going to move on to the brake servo, which on these Subarus is actually mounted through the firewall, through the studs off the clutch pedal. But these threads look a bit naff and they're going to be on show, so we're going to clean them up. So whilst fitting that, I've actually realised that we're going to need to utilise maybe a blob eye or a bug eye clutch servo.
Right, well, the ramp is finally bolted down, so we're going to get this car up in the air and have a look underneath and check it out. Now I've had a walk round prior to taking this video. She's a bit crusty under here, it's to be expected of a Subaru of this age, maybe not quite this bad on the front, subframe and whatnot. So, but I've also had a look around the seals and to be from the expected areas, she's a bit rotten, rusty. So I've spoken to Ashley. We're gonna strip the entire underneath and redo, well, powder coat all the subframes and arms and whatnot, redo all the bushes, new nuts and bolts, so the underneath of this car is as new as the top half of it.
Right, my plan of attack here is I want to drop the whole front end as one, as much as I can as one. So I'm going to undo the shock bolts, mounting it to the hub. I'm going to undo the wishbone bolts, mounting them to the chassis, which will allow me to drop the whole thing as one once I've undone the 4 subframe bolts. And as you can see in the video or the clip prior, I've undone the knuckle for the steering ring rack, so that shouldn't pinch up and delete. Right, so the aim here now is I'm going to lower the ramp. The car is almost sat on the trolley, so the trolley has the weight of the front subframe. I'm going to undo all the mounts and then lift the car back up so I can separate the front subframe assembly from the car itself. Now the aim is to get the rear subframe and the fuel tank off the car, but in order to do so I need to take the prop off. I need to undo the lateral arms to be able to drop the entire rear subframe with the diff and everything. So yeah, we're going to crack on with that.
Right, after various arguments with various different bolts, we can now take the shocks from the hubs and then take the 4 bolts up for the subframe and the 2 for the diff cradle, and then we'll lower it down.
As for everything under this car now, it is all off apart from the fuel tank. There might be a couple of bits of pipe and bracketry and whatnot, but we can get that all off and then it's ready to be ground back and welded.